So my own focus is love brings us mercy. Love brings us mercy. And our theme for, the cross is John 15:13. The Message translation puts it this way. It says, how great it is that a man will put his life on the line for his friend. And in my little walk with God, I've always thought that I think Jesus took a gamble on us Christians, because when he died for you while you were yet sinners, God wasn't even sure if you or I would reciprocate that love back onto him. So to me, I just feel like, why would God, take, gamble on me? I wasn't sure because the Bible says that he gave us the power of free will, all right? So some of us, we have decided to reciprocate. Some of us, we just decide to live our lives. But we thank God for as many of us that are present here. But love brings us mercy. And my scripture is from Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4 to 5. The Bible says he's immense. The Message translation, it said he is immense in mercy. And King James says, he said he's rich in mercy with an incredible love. Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. The truth was because he had mercy on the world. Bible says, he that knew no sin, he became sin for you and I, so that we can become the righteousness of God. And so, in God showing us mercy, he brought back the ministry of reconciliation, through Jesus Christ. Giving up Jesus, all he had was actually, is an incredible, of God and one who is rich in mercy. So during my, I will say a little study for this word, I realized that the word mercy was actually derived from the medieval Latin word, which actually means the price is paid. All right? And then I'm like, okay, let me dig more. What's the Greek saying? And then the Greek says mercy means elios, in which that word was derived from the olive oil because it's soothing, it's comforting, it heals wounds, and all of these attributes, they talk about this God. All right? And finally, I checked the Hebrew word for mercy. It says steadfast love. I've come to share with us something tonight. Bible says Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father. He's making intercession. But guess what? Mercy really, defining mercy, you could say forgiveness or withholding punishment or consequence. Even when you have the power, to bring that consequence upon that person. That's mercy. That's what you and I. But this is what Jesus does for you and I. Whenever there's supposed to be a consequence or punishment coming, Bible says God will look at Jesus like that slain lamb that was obedient. And when he sees the blood of that lamb, instead of him on the throne of judgment, mercy will prevail. And that's why you and I, every one of us, that's why we're still living. That's why we're healthy. Because each time, there's a consequence, it looks at the lamb that was slain, and then it bestowed mercy prevails on judgment. It might be so simple, but I've concluded. The simplest prayer to pray and the greatest prayer to pray is just, Lord, have mercy on me.
You still love me. Say you still love